வணக்கம் நேயர்களே, இன்னொரு லெட்ஸ் டாக் எபிசோட்ல உங்களை சந்திக்கிறதுல we are so happy. Every let's talk எபிசோட்லயும் நாங்கள் டிஃப்ரெண்டான இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான டாபிக்ஸை பற்றி கதைப்போம். அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் வேறு டிஃப்ரெண்ட் இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ்லேருந்து எங்களோட ஸ்பான்சர்ஸ் வரவினம். And today in the panel members are Vaishna Sathi, a naturopathic doctor, and Niroja Arulanandan from Canadian Tamil Alumni Association. Vaishna, why don't you tell a little bit about yourself to our viewers?
Okay. My name is Vaishna Sathi. I'm a naturopathic doctor in Markham. I specialize in a general family practice in which I use natural therapies to help find the root cause of your health symptoms. So this uses botanical medicine, acupuncture, homeopathic medicine, nutrition, and lifestyle counseling.
Thank you, Vaishna. And Niroja, you're a board of director for CTAA. CTAA பற்றி கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்க.
Yes, வணக்கம். என் பேர் Niroja Arulanathan, Canadian Tamil Alumni Association, இல்லாட்டி CTA ன்னு சொல்லலாம். We work with emerging professionals within the Tamil community, providing opportunities for professional development, professional networking, and mentorship, which are all three key aspects to career growth and also, of course, personal growth.
And உங்களோட Parliament mentorship program you guys have launched, and would like to thank you on behalf of TET for accepting me as one of your mentors. And that's a great program. Go to CTA website, check it out, Parliament mentorship program, so mentees you can find a suitable mentor for yourself as well. So எங்களோட இந்த எபிசோட் டாபிக் என்னென்று சொல்லி நீங்கள் கேட்கறதுக்கு ஆவலோடு இருப்பீங்களென்று தெரியும். இந்தியன் டாபிக் இஸ் ரிலேட்டட் டு எங்களோட ஸ்பான்சர் as always. Today our sponsor is Garden of Eden Catering, and we have Ruth and Pradeepan over there. Thank you, Ruth and Pradeepan, coming here and sponsoring this episode. We are absolutely thrilled to find out what's going on there and என்ன நடக்க போகுது in the next 30 minutes க்கு சொல்லி. எங்களுக்கு முன்னுக்கு there are some very delicious drinks over here. I think நாங்க ஏற்கனவே taste பண்ணிட்டோம். It tastes so good. It's a healthy drink. பார்க்கவே தெரியுது healthy என்று சொல்லி. எங்களோட டாபிக் என்னன்னு சொன்னால், how healthy do we have to be? Like இந்த ஹெல்த்தியா இருக்கிறது அப்சஷனா மாறிட்டுதா, அல்லாட்டில் என்ன லெவல்ல நாங்கள் அதை ஸ்டாப் பண்ணணும், அல்லாட்டி எந்த லெவல்ல செய்ய வேணும் எங்களுக்கு நாங்கள் ஹெல்த்தியா இருக்கிறதுக்கு. அதான் டாபிக். How healthy do we have to be என்றுதான் இந்தியன் டாபிக். ஆனால் ஒவ்வொரு டாபிக்கும் போறதுக்கு முதல் எங்களோட எபிசோட ஒரு கோட்டோட நாங்கள் தொடங்குவோம். இந்த எபிசோட கோட் வெற்றி பெற்ற மனிதனாக வாழ்வதை விட உபயோகமுள்ள மனிதனாக வாழ முயற்சி செய்யன்றது தான் இந்த எபிசோட கோட். நிரோஜா, உங்களோட கருத்துக்கள் என்ன சொல்ல முடியுமா?
கண்டிப்பா. There's actually நீங்க நல்ல கருத்தோட ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க Sumu, but I also want to actually talk about a quote by Maya Angelou. And அவ என்ன சொல்றான்னா, she says essentially more than what you do for people, they'll remember how you make them feel. So kandipa there's a connection between these two quotes, and impression, but also how you make individuals feel. It's lasting, and that is how they will perceive you. And when you make someone feel good, they'll in turn go and make somebody else feel better. So it's the world is, it's not just about ourselves, but it's about how we can help each other and how we can all work together.
Thank you, Niroja. That was a very interesting point right there. Can you tell us your thoughts, Vaishna?
I do agree with that point. I do think that your goal of life is to find out what you do and what you're good at, and then the purpose of your life is to give that away through others. And I think at the end of your lifespan, when you are reflecting back on your years, it's not how much you made or how famous you became or your popularity. I think it really comes back to how much you've helped others and how much you've impacted others in your life, because that is a legacy that you have in your life once you've passed on.
That's absolutely right. So நீங்க கட்சியில இருந்து ரெண்டு மூணு பாயிண்ட்ஸ் மனதுக்கு வந்தது என்னென்று சொன்னால், வெற்றி பெற்ற மனிதனாக வாழ்வதை விட உபயோகமுள்ள மனிதனாக வாழ முயற்சி செய்யறது we can achieve so much, we can have money, we can have success, we can have fame, but at the end of the day, who do we have that to share it with? Right? That's the whole thing. When you go home, who's there? Right? And அது மட்டும் இல்ல, சிலங்க பாப்பீங்க பெரிய செலிபிரிட்டிஸ் இவ்வளவு அச்சீவ் பண்ணிட்டு why do they do charity? ஏன் குடுக்கினம்? Right? ஏனென்றால் they are looking for, they understand that அதுக்கு பிறகும் அங்கால ஒரு ஹாப்பினஸ் தேவை என்று சொல்லி, அந்த ஹாப்பினஸ் மற்றவங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கறதுலயும் மற்றவங்களோட ஷேர் பண்றதுலயும் இருக்குதுன்னு. And your point was very interesting. பொருட்களால மட்டும் கொடுத்து உபயோகம் பண்ண தேவையில்லை. Somebody, how they make you feel when they're with you. the caring words they say, the compliments they say, and like appreciating you. அதெல்லாமே ஒரு உபயோகமான சாமான்கள் தான்ன்றது சொல்லி you actually touched on that. So ladies, I'm absolutely thrilled that we started this episode with this quote. In the healthy eating, how does it make us feel? In the healthy eating ஆல நாங்கள் இத நாங்கள் சொசைட்டிக்கும் கம்யூனிட்டிக்கும் கொண்டு போறதால இந்த டாபிக்ஸ் நாங்க உபயோகமுள்ள ஒரு ஷோ இந்த எபிசோட நாங்கள் யூஸ் பண்றோம். So let's start with the topic. Being a naturopathic doctor, I think like you should start telling us your thoughts about in our community. Let's talk about Tamil community because our viewers are Tamil and how far should they take this health thing?
So this one's health is essential to their well-being, and in our community, essentially, it is very essential to how we live our daily lives. So you are what you eat.
Okay.
That's what I tell people. So I generally have a rule of 8 that I tell people.
Okay.
And so I've talked about this with many of my patients, and that's really easy. So 8 glasses of water, 8 different fruits and vegetables, 8 hours of sleep, and 8 minutes of meditation or prayer or gratitude. So often especially in our community, we have 3 big heavyweights. That's diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. Okay, so either if it's metformin, Lipitor, these sound like familiar drugs that have to combat these conditions, but all 3 of them can be prevented through a healthy lifestyle. That being said, you can still have your mutton curry with the soru and then the poriyal, but at the same time, you should have the kiram, perapu. You also need to balance it out and eat well so that you're able to go on with your day and potentially avoid these conditions and potentially avoid being on these drugs for the rest of your life.
Okay, so Niroja, tell me your thoughts.
Kaniva, I completely agree, Vaishnav, that I'm completely in agreement with her. Healthy eating is absolutely one part of healthy living, and I think the other aspects as well, maybe, and which are also really important for our community as well, is it's not just your physical well-being, so exercise, but also and eating well, but also your mental health as well. So I definitely think there should be a balanced approach. So if you need that one day to go out and eat something that isn't maybe healthy, that's okay, because that's for your social well-being and that's for your emotional well-being and connecting with people, going out with your friends maybe. Absolutely. So just taking a balanced approach.
Okay. So Vaishna, நீங்க சொன்னது I'm very happy because healthy and naturopathic doctor எனக்கு பக்கத்துல இருக்கேக்கல உங்க அட்வைஸ் நாங்க கட்டாயம் கேக்குதா மேடம். So I think like TT is happy based on that, right? So we're going to have our curries, but at the same time we're definitely going to things are speeding up for us and we're growing, and the team has to look into a healthy balanced lifestyle and everything. So we're definitely going to take that, but thank you for allowing the mutton curry and chicken curry because it's in our blood. We can't give adu kudukela, right? It's part of us. So ஒரு செகண்ட் டாபிக் என்னன்னு நான் லைக் டாபிக்ல ஒரு சப் டாபிக் என்னன்னு சொன்னால் இந்த ஹெல்த்தி ஈட்டிங் எவ்வளவுக்கு தூரத்துக்கு போயிட்டுதுன்னு சொல்லி, ரைட்? இப்போ சில வழியில் இப்போ நான் வெளியில் ஒர்க் பண்ணுறபடியா நாங்கள் சில காலம் எங்களோட கம்யூனிட்டிகளே இருப்பினோம், ஆனால் இப்போ மோஸ்ட்லி யங்கர் பீப்புள் வெளியில் வேறு நான் டேமல்ஸ் எல்லாரையும் பழகிற நிலையில் வந்தாச்சு, ரைட்? ஸோ நாங்கள் ஒரு டேபிள் இருக்கல சம்டைம்ஸ் தேர் ஆர் ஹெல்த் ஃப்ரீக்ஸ், ஓகே? ஸோ ஐ லைக் டு eat my fried calamari, right? And so pakathal irukral is a health freak and they're like, I don't eat fried, I'm only going to eat my salad and that and this. Then I maybe get a nice slushy or whatever, and they're like, oh no, I'm just going to stick with like water. So ஒரு uncomfortable feeling வருது. ஸோ இதை நாங்கள் என்னென்ன மக்களுக்கு சொல்லலாம், அவங்களோட ஹெல்த்தி இதை எப்படி அதை கண்ட்ரோல் மெட்டாக்கள் அன்கம்ஃபர்டபுள் பண்ணாமல் எப்படி இருக்கலாம்னு சொல்லி?
That is important with the balance, I think. So, if you're out with someone and you're having calamari and I'm having salad, taste the calamari and have a little bit of calamari and do 80-20. So 80% of the time, if you can, eat well, have the kire, have your perapu and eat well, then you can go out and have a little bit of the calamari or have a little bit of the mutton curry and balance it out. So I think balance is important, and that will help you achieve, being happy and maintaining your health goals without taking it to an extreme level.
Okay, alrighty. So I understand that, but Niroja, what is your take on that?
So I think I'd like to spin it a little bit, Sumu, if you don't mind. So நீங்க சொன்னீங்க எவ்வளவு தூரம் போயிட்டது this health obsession எவ்வளவு தூரம் போயிட்டதுன்னு கேக்குறீங்க. But I think in our community the question should be எவ்வளவு தூரம் போகணும்.
Okay, all right. Okay, we're ready to hear Niroja. Tell us.
And you know what? You probably don't want to hear it from me. Vaishna is sitting right here, so she can speak about.
No. Chollugo. Like, where do you think naanga lack pandram endu solli? Because this is what this is about. It's time naangal idha pedi kalikkiradhukku, right?
Yes.
It doesn't matter naangal endha generation la inda varam endu solli, okay? Because I would probably want to hear it too, right? So in life la I always struggle with weight. Okay, so I always struggle with weight, and I was always conscious about it, right? But I think at one point everybody preferred like really, really petite, skinny girls. Now guys are into like a little bit. Oh, they're okay to accept like thicker women, and they're accepting all types of body types. Nangal grow pani vanditam, right? But when you go through this, like that's why we need to know the community la nangal evvala thurathukku innum pogonum allatil evalathila nangal nipaatonum endu solli, right? appo ningal innum enna certain விஷயங்கள் எங்க community தெரிஞ்சு கொள்ளணும் என்ற ஒரு ரெண்டு மூணு டாபிக் just touch பண்ணுவீங்க.
Sure, I think what's most important is உங்க body என்ன சொல்லுதோ அது கேட்கணும். So sometimes if you're feeling very lethargic, for example, very tired after having a meal, then that's probably a sign your body is telling you that that's a little too heavy for you. So I think your body gives you those signals, and I think அது நாங்க கேட்கறேல, and we don't pay attention to it, and we just ignore it. We often put our health in the back burner, right?
Yeah.
Just because there's your family, maybe you're working long hours at work, which is also something that our individuals in our community combat with. So I think just being more, and even in weight but over the individual other vityasama irukum. So a normal weight for me will be a different normal weight for you, as it will be for somebody else. So it's just about being in tune with your body, and Vaishna, you said it as well. 8 minutes of prayer or meditation, and again that's coming back to listening to your body.
I know nangal in the discussion ceremony, but our sponsor Garden of Eden Catering, they do I guess like organic and healthy food caterers. So this is different, and this is exciting in the community, because we didn't know, like a lot of people don't know ippidiyana idal vandu enga community la nadakudhu, ippidi options irukudhu endu solli, right? So idhula explore pandrathu vandu it's very important, and that's why I'm so excited that Garden of Eden Catering has sponsored Let's Talk, because enga community members vandu ippidiyana வித்தியாசமான விஷயங்கள் சேக்கல, they're reaching out to us, right? So TET and Let's Talk is creating platforms like this for us to have discussions like this. So this is very important. My other question to you, Vaishna, is that health and varikalla ipo vandu nangal engada Asian cultures la irundhu ipo nangal Western cultures ku varam, right? And அப்படி வரைக்கல like in the certain words வந்து எல்லாரையும் பயப்படுத்துது, like dairy free, gluten free, vegan, vegetarian, right? இந்த வேர்ட்ஸ் பார்த்தாலே like it's like okay, இது என்ன வேர்ட்ஸ், ஏன் இதெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணினா அப்போ ஒரு கன்ஃபியூஷன்ல like பயத்துல போறீல. So அதை பத்தி சொல்ல முடியுமா? அதை நாங்க எவ்வளவுக்கு முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்கணும் அந்த வேர்ட்ஸ்க்கு?
Okay, so those words are definitely new in both our culture and the Western culture.
Okay.
What they're referring to are people with specific conditions. So the gluten-free reference that you're getting is for those that have celiac, so they have a gluten intolerance. So that doesn't mean everyone needs to be gluten-free or everyone needs to be dairy-free. Again, dairy-free may be those that are lactose intolerant.
Okay.
What I advise is that when you go grocery shopping, you stick to the outer aisles of the grocery store.
My instructor told me, but I never listened to him. Okay, I shall.
So this means that you stick to the fruit and vegetable aisle.
Okay.
You stick to the meat and seafood aisle if that's what you go for, and you stick to the dairy aisle if that's what you go for. So you're not going for the processed foods, the chips, the Oreos, and that being said, if you do need to go through those inner aisles, you have your list of what you need. Okay. So I need to get the pasta from aisle 4, so I'm going to aisle 4 and getting the pasta. The other thing I say is, if you have an ingredient list and can you read it? So does it contain words that I can't pronounce? If it contains words that you can't pronounce, you shouldn't be eating it.
Right.
Because it's highly processed and it's full of artificial colors and preservatives that your body can't break down. So, and the best way in terms of taking this list of gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, vegetarian is to eat as wholesome as possible, and that's easy. You stick to the outer aisles of the grocery stores, and then eat whole foods, and if a box or an ingredients contains a list that you can't pronounce, you likely shouldn't be eating it. Or if it contains more than 10 things, you likely should be eating it. That being said, you can eat it, and occasionally you can have your Oreo cookie, you can taste it, and you can enjoy it, but you can't let it consume you.
Okay. That's really great about their supermarket. So now, you know, we know how to shop, right? By the way, this drink is so delicious, and I could cut time the Garden of Eden Catering in the delicious drink. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of nutrition in there. So delicious and healthy. The other thing I wanted to ask was like, okay, lifestyle, okay? The healthy வந்து தனியா வந்து சாப்பாடால மட்டும் மாறல. உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். இப்ப எல்லாருக்குமே தெரிய வந்துட்டது. You know, even instructorsல இருந்து doctorsல இருந்து everybody is saying lifestyle change பண்ணுங்க. Just ஒரு habit change பண்றதால nothing's going to happen, right? எங்கடாக்கல்ல like usually எங்கடாக்கல்ல mostly the Asian cultureல பழக்கம் என்னன்னு சொன்னால் லேட்டா நாங்க சாப்பிடுறது 10 மணிக்கு ஒரு பெரிய பிளேட் ஃபுல்லா ரைஸ்ல ஒரு கொஞ்சம் maybe கொஞ்சம் அரவாசி மட்டன் கறியும் ஒரு மேபி ஒரு மூண்டு கீரை துண்டும் ரைட் இதோட சாப்பிட்டுட்டு 10 மணிக்கு சாப்பிட்டு 10:20 க்கு you're sleeping, right? Like you wake up in the morning and then you don't have breakfast, right? Breakfast illama you run until maybe your coffee kondu like you're running or coffee or tea kondu you're running until 2-3, right? So again, like, do you think we should be continuing like that, or what do you think about this like lifestyle?
Yeah, I think Sumu, you've touched on like a larger issue, which is that especially in the community, we almost prioritize everyone and everything else first before ourselves, right? So நீங்க 10 மணிக்கு சாப்பிடுறது, that's probably because நீங்க வேலையில கொஞ்சம் லேட்டா நின்னுட்டீங்க, இந்த வீட்டை வந்து எல்லாரையும் பார்த்துட்டு தான் உங்க டின்னரை சாப்பிடுறீங்க, right? And even you know, running first thing without breakfast in the morning, maybe you're trying to get to the office or to work earlier so you can finish some things or help out other people, or if you have kids, you're trying to get your kids out the door fed and to school, and you really just neglect yourself. So that healthy lifestyle again, you know, comes back to you and your body and prioritizing yourself as well.
Okay, so can you talk a little bit about Vaishna, about okay, because you're a doctor, you have your own like you work in a clinic, right? But certain industry, like even like people who come from the health industry, doctors who do night shifts, right, continue so many hours, police officers, right? Oh, gorgeous, beautiful creatures, but they are like, you know, but they have different types of shifts. How are they maintaining themselves, like still, like, you know, the Indian and the health வந்து இவ்வளவு மற்றவங்களுக்கு உதவி செய்து கொண்டு how they are doing it, and so just before we go to the sponsor, can you shortly
so
talk about
that's
that?
important to be aware of any red flags. Red flags meaning if your body is telling you you're pushing yourself too much.
Okay.
So for example, if you're having trouble breathing, you know, or heart or chest pain, trouble functioning throughout the day, so fatigue, trouble with your digestion if you're not going to the bathroom or you have no appetite. So to be aware of certain red flags, headaches, for example, consistently. So that's, I think, a check mark to maintain your health.
So they know those.
They know, and so it's important for you to be aware of it. The first signs of any symptoms, especially in our culture, we wait, wait, and then we go to the doctor. So at the first sign of any imbalance that you feel of, any headache, any chest pain, any issues with your digestion, any issues with vision, any issues with your blood pressure, you need to get it checked to ensure that your health is at balance. And one important aspect is exercise.
Okay.
All it takes is 3 times a week, 20 minutes. Regardless of where you are, if you're in an apartment, you can simply go to the stairs, walk up and down for 10-15 minutes, right? If you're taking your children to the school, you can walk instead of driving. So incorporating 20 minutes 3 times a week.
Perfect. சரி நேயர்களே, இது ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான மைண்ட் பிக்கிங் டாபிக்காக அமைஞ்சிருக்குது. இதை விட நிறைய கதைச்சு கொண்டே போகலாம். எங்களோட வேற லெஸ்ட் எபிசோட்ஸில் வில் ப்ராப்ளி டிஸ்கஸ் திஸ் அகேன் அண்ட் அகேன் பிகாஸ் இது வந்து ஒரு நெவர் எண்டிங் டாபிக். ஆனால் லைக் ஹெல்த்தி இதில் ஐ வாண்ட் டு டச் இஸ் பிகாஸ் வி ஹேவ் அ பேனல் மெம்பர் ஹூஸ் அ நேச்சுரோபேத்திக் டாக்டர். நாங்கள் வந்து யூஸ்வலி வெஸ்டர்ன் மெடிசனுக்கு நிறைய முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்குறோம், அதில் பிள்ளை இல்லை கொடுக்குறதில்ல. பட் சர்டன் இஷ்யூஸ் வந்து வெஸ்டர்ன் மெடிக்கேஷனால் உங்களுக்கு கியூர் பண்ண முடியாமல் இருக்குதுன்னு சொன்னால் why don't you try naturopathic medication and see, because I have tried and it did work for me. Okay, so I'm saying ஒரு ரெண்டு பேலன்ஸ் செய்யும், just like lifestyle health balance பண்ற மாதிரி western and naturopathy try பண்ணி பாருங்க. Vaishna's there from our community, so you can definitely give a shot. What's your clinic's name, Vaishna?
So it's Naturopathic Living, so www.natliving.ca or 905-604-2491.
Thank you. And if you are looking for professional development or mentorship, anything to do with that, Canadian Tamil Alumni Association, where can they find you?
You can go to our website at tamilalumni.ca.
Welcome, நேயர்களே. You can see எங்களுக்கு முன்னால ஒரு delicious meal இருக்குதுன்னு சொல்லி it looks absolutely delicious. நாங்கள் இன்னும் சாப்பிட தொடங்கல because நீங்கள் பார்க்கணும் என்று சொல்லி இந்த delicious meal. We'll ask the sponsor இது என்ன சாப்பாடு, என்ன விதமான ingredients இருக்குதுன்னு சொல்லி. Garden of Eden Catering, thank you so much for sponsoring Let's Talk episode. We're so thrilled to have you guys here. கொஞ்சம் சொல்ல முடியுமா எங்களுக்கு முன்னுக்கு இருக்கிற சாப்பாடு what is this என்று சொல்லி?
Tomato based risotto and avocado just garnished with it and like boiled egg.
Okay.
Obviously, like risotto is based on rice.
Yeah.
ஆனா வந்து நாங்க வந்து plate full of rice சாப்பிட இல்ல. It's a little portion like rice.
Okay.
At the same time, this avocado has a really good fat in it. So அதோட வந்து garnish பண்ணிருக்கோம் hard boiled egg. So you're having all kind of nutrition. At the same time, you're not having like a plate full of like carb of like rice. So அப்ப நாங்க வந்து balance பண்ணி we could eat tasty, delicious food. At the same time, we could eat like a different variety.
Okay.
And it's all about like a healthy eating and like take best energy out of you.
Okay.
Like a rice சாப்பிடுறது full plate சாப்பிடுறது அல்லது bread or like a roti சாப்பிடுறது. Like you just want to have a nap. So so this is like you could do it, and we made like here. Can I tell what we have done the rest
yes,
of it?
Before you go ahead, tell us about Garden of Eden Catering. What is this?
We do organic and environment friendly catering.
Okay.
We do try to support our local farmers as well.
Okay.
And so everything what we do based organic or local.
I see.
And we do catering mostly for private events and for corporate events.
Yeah.
And like we could do hors d'oeuvres, full 5-course meal, whatever you like to have it. We're happy to do it healthy way, at the same time not compromising any taste.
Okay, so I think nangaloda kaichalinda I heard that Toronto International Film Festival you actually catered for one of the events, right?
Yes, Women in Film Festival. I'm really honored to say that. It was really thrilling, and it's really nerve-breaking, but it was amazing. And my partner here, Prathiban, he's really amazing. Without him, I wouldn't have pulled it off. We just served 1,000 people that night.
Wow. Okay, we want to say congratulations. That's huge. Toronto International Film Festival. From media, I can tell you that's huge. Angada community la neengal poi appadi seidadhu we are so proud of you. And we wish you all the best, to go like that and reach out angada community ku. Ippudiyana oru vishayam like ippudiyana neengal organic food, healthy food neenga promote pandrathu is a great thing. So can you explain ungoda neenga make panni actually before that in the delicious drink reviewers idaye paathu kondirukina modalla irundha oru solla mudiyuma idhula enna ingredients irukku?
That's kiwi, spinach, honey, and I think we put a little bit of yogurt in it.
Okay.
So we just blend them. It's like juice. And it's not like just like a mango lassi naanga kudikeka adula vandu kanaka sweet irukkudu, sugar irukkudu. This is a substitute for like that kind of sort of drink. At the same time, kiwi is really good for you. So vitamin C, like all the good stuff's there. Like I'm not like a nutritionist, but I know that it's really good. Like some fruits really good for you. Like you don't eat like mangoes every day. Like that's not the greatest thing.
So நீங்க மேக் பண்ணின like I guess appetizers பத்தி கொஞ்சம் explain பண்ண முடியுமா viewers-க்கு?
Sure. These orders we made it like with the wraps, like smoked salmon wraps, and some of them are like chicken breast we made it out from, And also there's like a little French tiny toast. We put like a crab meat in it, and we just garnish with it. So these are like appetizers, like, you know, it's not a big deal. Like, you know, you buy these toasts like from the supermarket. Vendittu vandu crab meat adal vandu neenga ungoda paadliye neenga seiyalam illati ready made pannada vendi supermarket la vandu ungoda kids when they like, you know, munching on chips. Idha kudukka, it's really beautiful, at the same time it's good.
Nice. So, and did you explain already what those little white
This
cups
we just
are?
garnished with it, like, you know, it's not really like we just put like all these cheese and mangoes
okay. It
and
looks like
everything
dessert
just
from
to
here.
it's like a like, you know, centerpiece.
Oh, very nice. But இது வந்து obviously எங்க cooking session இன்னைக்கு இல்ல, so அதால நீங்க வந்து appetizers you put together, but you're more than this, right?
Oh yeah.
What other major dishes have you made? Can you just say few of them?
We have made all kind of pastas, like different kind of pastas, chicken, turkey, whatever you want it. You name it, we would do. If you want to do Mexican theme, we will do it. Chinese theme, we will do it. Because Prathipan, he went for a school in Florence, Italy, and I got trained in San Diego, California.
Nice.
So we just, like, you know, every day you learn. Like, you know, 10 years from now, you're still going to learn, and we try to do our best what we can do.
Okay. Thank you so much. அதாவது healthy eating ன்றது காம்ப்ளிகேட்டடா இருக்க தேவையில்ல. நாங்கள் எங்க வீட்ல இருந்தும் சூப்பர் மார்க்கெட்ஸ்ல இருந்து ஃபைண்ட் பண்ற ஃபுட் வச்சு நாங்க செய்யலாம் என்று சொல்லி நீங்க காட்டி இருக்கீங்க. That is really good, and this is not the first time I'm tasting your food, guys. I have tasted it before, and you guys are amazing chefs, and thank you so much for sponsoring Let's Talk show. And இது வந்து ஒரு வேல்யூபிளான ஷோ அமைஞ்சிருக்குது. நிறைய இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் எங்கட வியூவர்ஸுக்கு போயிருக்குது. Community viewers out there, please call Garden of Eden Catering. Try something different. It's out there in the community. We need to promote our, how do you say, creative and unique businesses. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. It was an honor.
சரி நேயர்களே, எங்களோட லெட்ஸ் டாக் எபிசோட நீங்கள் பார்த்து என்ஜாய் பண்ணிருப்பீங்கன்னு தெரியும். நீங்கள் ஒரு ஸ்பான்சராக வேணும்னு சொன்னால் டிடி ஸ்டுடியோக்கு ஃபோன் பண்ணுங்க. Thank you to our panel members, and until next time, உங்களிடமிருந்து விடைபெறுவது சுமு, சாத்தி and TNT team.